Tough question for you. Do you think Ripple is going to win this?
Yeah, I think Ripple will win. But if I can add to that,
so there's this meme that's been going on for a long time about a private ledger with some mystical XRP that is valued some high value, perhaps $589 or whatever it is. I think it's gone up now. It's like tens of thousands. People seem to be talking about that. Some mystical XRP that is not for ordinary plebs like you or I, Chip, but for the elite lizard people, whatever that are running the world, right?
I'm excited to share with all of you that Ripple has now processed nearly $30 billion worth of volume since launch and over 20 million transactions since we first launched RippleNet years ago.
When President Nixon took the United States off the gold standard. The gold standard means tying the dollar directly to the value of gold. Under the gold standard, any American would be able to trade their dollars for a fixed amount of gold. By linking the dollar to the value of gold, the money supply could only be increased if the supply of gold increases. This connection protects the purchasing power of your dollars. That is why I introduced legislation to return the United States to the gold standards.
Know what you hold?
Where was Gary Gensler?
Enjoy the ride, pal.
If you got a bag, welcome to the party. Welcome back to some more Moon o'clock news. No breakfast, no coffee, just straight extra bullishness. Shout out to the latest sub. Appreciate you stopping by, tuning in. Go ahead, throw on those pilot shades and buckle up, because the future's extra bullish. Let's go full speed, full throttle into the cryptoverse. We got XRP currently right under 40 cents, currently up about 0.63% in the past 24 hours. We got the total global cryptocurrency market cap this morning right around 890 billion. We got BTC right under 17K, ETH about 1300, and we got Stellar XLM in that number 28 spot right under 9 cents, down about 1.1 in the past 24. Breaking: Ripple has filed its redacted reply to the SEC's opposition to Ripple's motion for summary judgment. It's almost game over. Get those bags packed, locked and loaded. I said it on day one. Big Brad Garland House says we will aggressively fight to get clear rules for the entire industry in the U.S. Congrats to all of the team Ripple for getting us to this point. Ripple stood strong and withstood the SEC's onslaught. I look forward to being on the right side of justice. Ripple's reply brief is now public. Stage is set. Big Brad Garland House congratulates the Ripple team for reaching the current point when verdict may be on the horizon. Load up while you still have some time. More footnotes. Ripple says that the SEC wants to suggest common enterprise means the entire XRP market. It would need to show Ripple manages, controls, and operates the entire market. I'm no lawyer, but this sounds difficult. We got the evidence. Get those jumpsuits. Get those gel cells ready, Gary. I look forward to the next FTX hearing next month, says Warren Davidson. Since our hearing with the SEC Enforcer Director, where I highlighted the concerns about selective enforcement, we've seen a massive failure by the SEC Gov to detect or deter fraud at FTX. What else are they missing? Has anyone else received this email from Uphold? Says Michael Branch. Changes to the U.S. tax legislation per the Infrastructure Investment and Job Acts have expanded the reporting requirements of the cryptocurrency industry. Accordingly, we need to certify your name, address, TIN by submitting a Form W-9 by December 9th, 2022. Regulations. Charles V. Payne says, is the media really going to cover up the cover-up? Will Ripple win the SEC lawsuit? Roger Ver shares his thoughts on the outcome. You can watch the full interview over on Thinking Crypto. Tony Edwards, YouTube.
Tough question for you. Do you think Ripple is going to win this?
Yeah, I think Ripple will win. But if I can add to that, they'll win at the expense of maybe tens of millions of dollars, maybe $100 million plus spent on this. That's all money that they could have used to pay software engineers to build better tools to build on Ripple, or better user interfaces, or better wallets, or better user integrations with all these different things. So that's maybe $100 million of fees that went to not make the world a better place. And the world is that much less wealthy than it otherwise would have been. The world is poorer than it otherwise would have been. Fewer people have food to eat. More babies die at childbirth. Like the Bitcoin maximalists love to make fun of me for saying that. But if you look at the countries with the highest rate of GDP, more babies survive childbirth, right? So if you want more babies to survive childbirth, you want more economic freedom that leads to more economic growth, and more economic growth leads to more babies surviving childbirth. And the way to do that is not having to spend hundreds of millions of dollars fighting the SEC with stupid lawsuits. And so I really would like to see a lot of that sort of thing come to an end.
The corrupt SEC must be held accountable. Tom Emmer says we will deliver on our promises to hold Washington bureaucrats accountable. The American people deserve answers, and a new day is coming. On the chain, Matt Hamilton, Hammer Toe, answers the new World Bank 2 question. And anyone once and for all explain to the people who don't know how things work that there is no parallel XRP ledger.
To the people who don't know how things work, that there is no parallel to the XRP ledger.
Yeah. So there's this meme that's been going on for a long time about a private ledger with some mystical XRP that is valued, some high value, perhaps $589 or whatever it is. I think it's gone up now. It's like tens of thousands. People seem to be talking about that. Some mystical XRP that is not for ordinary plebs like you or I, Chip, but for the elite lizard people, whatever that are running the world, right? And there's this secret ledger in that, and it's complete nonsense on several kind of levels. So one is the way in which prices work, and the way in which, so you've got technically hundreds of private ledgers out there, because every single centralized exchange is a private ledger, right? In and of itself. It doesn't run XRP ledger software, but it is a private ledger, right? Now, whether that's Coinbase or Binance or Kraken or Gemini or whoever, I mean, half those don't list XRP, but anyway.
No parallel XRP ledger. Mr. BXRP says, I feel like I'm taking crazy pills. Everyone involved defrauding FTX customers needs to go to prison. This I'm a good guy tour that SBF FTX is on is lunacy. U.S. Marshals need to get him in handcuffs and bring him home and get those orange jumpsuits ready. Transparency helps everyone. Transparency is our friend. Big Brad, Garland House.
I'm excited to share with all of you that Ripple has now processed nearly $30 billion worth of volume since launch and over 20 million transactions since we first launched RippleNet years ago. We're helping customers every step of the way to make sure their wallet has sufficient liquidity at all times for the smoothest possible experience. Over 10 years now, Ripple has been at the crux between enterprises and crypto native services, and we are doubling down on that. I hope it resonates with you in the same way it resonates with me. And this is Crypto Means Business.
XRP built for payments. Crypto means business. SEC who? BTC who? Ethereum who? No upgrades needed. Today I addressed the House of the Gold Standard Restoration Act. My bill would return the U.S. to the gold standard, protect against Washington's irresponsible spending habits, and the creation of money out of thin air. No more monopoly money.
Madam Speaker, the United States is facing an inflation and debt crisis not seen in over 40 years. West Virginians have seen the value of their savings erode before their very eyes because of reckless tax and spend policies. We know who's responsible for the current inflation crisis, but what in our country's history has allowed us to get to this point? The answer can actually be traced back to 1971, when President Nixon took the United States off the gold standard. The gold standard means tying the dollar directly to the value of gold. Under the gold standard, any American would be able to trade their dollars for a fixed amount of gold. By linking the dollar to the value of gold, the money supply could only be increased if the supply of gold increases. This connection protects the purchasing power of your dollars. That is why I introduced legislation to return the United States to the gold standards. Had we been on the gold standard or some other fixed standard, we'd not be in the inflation crisis we're in today. I look forward to working with the Republican majority to make sure this issue gets attention. Thank you, and I yield back.
The gentleman yields.
Linking the dollar to the value of gold.
Get ready for that X money to moon. GDLT says Alex X Mooney, X money, X moon, gold standard. XRP. All roads lead to the bridge, interoperability. And then suddenly, Mr. Uphold. And then suddenly, Revellers, 5 days to go. BPM Revellers. Our mint goes live on xrp.com this Thursday, December 8th, with an initial batch of just 2,000 Revellers. You'll want to mint early to avoid disappointment. The remaining 8,000 Revellers will mint sometime in 2023 with a dynamic pricing strategy to protect holders and the floor. Also, it's time to plan your lockup goals, bronze, silver, gold, or platinum Reveller. 3612 month lockup. Your BPM rewards your way. Get ready to revel. BitHump says you can now play audio NFTs over on bithump.com. Shout out to BitHump. Bagman and Bag Ladies, you can now check your Rich Duck Rarity over on Nifty.io. Shout out to Nifty.io. We got the Rich Ducks rankings. See where you fall on the rankings for your Rich Duck. And I hope you got those ducks in a row. When it's all said and done, this will end up being the best chart I ever created. XRP setting up for that next monumental moonshot pump. Crypto Bull 2020 says things will play out for XRP in 2023, just as in 2017. Sentiment is low. No one believes in XRP. Incredible run, and most will buy at the top. Sentiment will change to bullish. XRP enters a bear market. Everyone will still be bullish, waiting for new highs, which won't come. With that being said, Bagman and Bag Ladies, XRP, the previous bull run, 70,000% gains, going from 0.005 to about 375 in a short period of time, just about 300 days. Also, all three of these moonshots only took about 7 days to complete to reach the top here. The second one, only about 7 days to reach the top. Then we had this long layoff of about 6 months before that third and final moonshot push. 70,000% gains. If we took that same percentage to where we're currently at, to the lows of about 30s, 70,000% gains would take the XRP up to about 21 bucks. Where will you be when the best cryptocurrency ever created returns back to that top spot? XRP, hidden in plain sight. Know what you hold, know why they want you out, and load up on that gold. I am the XRP Bagman, the Moon Commander, currently up here on the mothership, stuffing some bags and enjoying the show. Appreciate you stopping by, tuning in, smashing those likes for some more Moon O'Clock news. Hope y'all continue to stay extra bullish out there. Continue holding those good vibes. Remember to sell the FUD, buy up that bag, and don't forget to spread that liquid love. Also, if you're new here, don't forget to drop a subscribe, drop a comment down below. All the OG diamond hands out there, drop a comment down below, drop an elbow on that like button. Catch you up here, top floor on the mothership for the moon party. BYOB, bring your own bag. Peace out, Crypto Ghost.
Clock ticking, ticking like tick-tock, moon suit. We about to lift off, tick-tock. Got you looking at your wristwatch. Don't hip-hop, cause we about to moonshot. Bag stuff to the tip-top. Not much time left on the clock, going tick-tock. Got my bags packed and my keys locked. Headed for the moonshot, you not ready in this moon o'clock. Look at me as we boosting off. I told you so, now we at the top. Champagne pouring, pop the top.